Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Garment Decorators podcast. I'm joined by Andy today.
Hello.
And Beth is joining us as well.
Hello.
Say hello to all the people.
Hello everyone.
And I'm not actually sure what we're doing today. Andy has come up with a little quiz for us.
Yep.
Take it away. I don't know what else to say.
So before we get started, we are less than 2 weeks away from Headwear Live here in Braintree on June the 28th. So if you're serious about garment decorating or getting started, this is an essential event because we're going to show you how to make lots of money for your business from hats. Profit margins are unreal and it's really easy to get started, but there are limited tickets left now. We're probably down to the last 10. So head to targettransfers.com/events to register now because you do need to pre-register to be able to secure attendance.
And it's going to be a good one.
It is going to be very good. So it'll be ourselves, Beautiful Brands, Rallywise and Graphtech will all be there. And we're going to teach you everything you need to know about headwear, accessories. But if you have questions about anything else to do with garment decorating, do come along. Every machine will be out there. There'll be loads of people from Target to help you. I'll be able to get you started and get going.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, we do have a quiz today. And to make sure the stakes are high, I have got a pack of Percy Pigs
Are you ready
for the winner. And you don't have to share them with anyone else in the office, obviously. You're bragging. I couldn't find a crown this morning or a trophy that you could wear. But you will get these sweets as a win today. So the quiz is everything about Target transfers and our products.
Oh, okay.
And it's going to be a case of...
I mean, you say that.
No.
9 months I've been here, guys. 9 months.
I've made it more complicated than that so that there is a chance for both of you to win. Equal chance, I would say. So I have lots of questions to ask you today. And it's the person who gets nearest gets a point.
Okay.
So and there's a few different categories, but I'm going to start it off nice and easy for everyone.
Are we numbering these?
So basically, where it's going to work is you have a pad in front of you, and what I want you to do in as bigger writing as you could possibly do is write down your answer to each question.
Oh, you keep
different page?
Different page, so we can show the camera and everyone can see.
Score.
I'll keep score.
Oh, okay, right. I thought we were going to mark, and then I was going to get confused. Okay.
No, I'll keep score of everyone.
Okay. It's a pop quiz, but you share the answers around.
Yeah. So that way we can keep it nice and competitive that way. And I'm going to ask you questions about Target transfers and Stars products, but there'll be a twist on a few of them once. But I'll start off with a couple of easy ones to get you going, get you thinking about it. So I'm going to start off very easily. Is who can tell me the number of sports film or premium plus colors that we have on the website today? So if anyone is unaware of what sports film premium plus are, these are the heat transfer vinyl products. These are our most popular products for decorating onto cotton, polycotton, polyester products. And they are your go-tos for garment decorating especially if you're doing vinyl at scale, because they are the longest lasting, easiest to weed, easiest to fuse. They only take 5 seconds in a hot peel.
I've definitely got this wrong.
Okay, so who wants to take?
Do it at
the same time. Then, how many colors of sports film premium plus do we have?
49.
57.
57 points for Beth. Exact score.
55.
It's 57. Exactly. See?
There we go. And you were worried you weren't going to win.
And I put a question mark as well. I wasn't sure.
57?
57?
Yeah, so you know, that's straight away.
A lot of colours.
There's a lot of colours. We've got a colour for every occasion that way. So it means no matter what you're decorating, who your audience is, you've got a colour and you can match them across sports film and premium plus. So you're going from cotton to stretchy products, you are looked after. So next question, how many colours of silicone dye block 100 do we have? So remember, we've added a few colours in the last few months. So we now have a larger colour range. Silicone is a stretchy blocking, but it has a slight raised finish and matte effect. So you see this a lot on premium sportswear where you want something a bit more slightly dimensional, but not something that's going to be intrusive to the wearer when they're wearing the products. So how many colours do you think we have?
6.
8.
The answer is now 11 because we added lots of pastel colours. So
what are the extra colours then?
So we had the pastel pink, pastel purple, pastel blue. And we also have in stock now silicone 200 and 500 in white and black as well. So
by the roll or by the meter?
By the meter and by the roll. Okay. So
we were both.
that's an exclusive for the
Yeah, but
podcast
you're
as well.
nearer, so you
You're
get the
nearest, so
point.
you get the point.
Okay.
Because as we get into the other questions, the getting nearest to the answer is going to be the key thing, really. Because I'm not expecting to get exact
Oh,
answers
we're
on
warming
it.
up. We're warming
This
up.
is very
okay.
much warm-up questions to kind of get you thinking. So the next question is, how many colors of soft metallic do we have?
Oh my god.
So this is the product, which is, again, it's a heat transfer vinyl that you can cut and fuse and you get a really nice metallic effect.
Can I change the question to how many heat transfer types do we have?
Soft metallic.
Okay.
So this is our newest metallic product. And if you hit it again, you can also distress it to get a slightly vintage look as well. So
You
it's
can
very
layer this
popular.
one.
So
You can layer this one, can't you? We've kind of played around a little
you
bit.
can definitely layer. We haven't done the
fully.
wash test on the layering, but it was pretty easy to layer when we tried it for ourselves.
accidentally layered it and
Yeah.
then went, oh, that works.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so what we
Okay.
got? Soft metallic colors. How many do we have?
15?
10.
15 is the correct answer, the exact answer.
I did have to upload it onto the website when they first came out, though, so that's kind of a bit of a cheat. I did take all the pictures.
Okay, so last of the easy questions now before we get into the slightly more complicated questions. So as of this morning, or actually probably was yesterday morning, how many colors of 1 to 5 Pantone matched inks do we have available to order on EasyView? So these are the 1 to 5 color products. There are a certain amount of colors that are preloaded that have already been Pantone matched.
That was going to be my question, the ones that are on the palette.
Yeah, because there's millions of Pantone colors potentially, but we can add all of them on if you ask us to. Just leave a note in the comments on your order.
I have
But-
two answers to this.
But how many are already on the system as of yesterday when I put together the quiz questions?
I was on EasyView yesterday as well. Damn it. I could have had a look.
I have no idea.
You have no idea. That's
I have
okay.
two answers. I know what we say there is, but then also in my head, I'm like, we've added so many since that number.
I can only accept one of those answers.
All right, I'm going. Okay, ready?
Yep.
500?
I was more specific and said 537.
The correct answer is 603.
Oh my god!
My God, that
See,
is so
originally
many.
we said 300 plus Pantone colours available, so we've added nearly 300 Pantone
I think we
colours.
started off with 40 on day one.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, so if you do need a Pantone matched ink, let us know.
Available.
That includes all the metallics and neons as well that we do. But yeah, 603 as of yesterday.
Okay.
Good to know.
So that was the easy
Oh
questions.
my god!
And now we're going to get into the slightly more complicated questions. And then with these questions, because it's going to be a case of it'll be the person who gets the nearest answer. But to make it more interesting, there's also going to be more points or less points available for the answer.
Based
So-
on what?
So I'm going to ask you questions on how long it takes to get to certain locations using our products. So I think me and Beth discussed this before. So for instance, the first question is going to be, how many rolls of sports film does it take to get from here to Buckingham Palace?
So we're going to say McDonald's.
Geography.
McDonald's, what the one round the corner.
That's roughly a mile.
So because you could see that from the office.
I don't know. Sometimes.
So the way it's going to work is there is 3 points available. So you can either guess at the beginning and you can put your answer down and take a chance of getting 3 points. Or I can give you some clues. So I can tell you how many miles it is and how many meters it is before we get to how many rolls. But every time I give you a clue, you lose a potential point for that. And you can do that on an individual basis as well. So if you feel confident, you can go for it while the other person takes a chance with clues but less points.
I would say that it does not matter
Okay.
which point level we're on. I'm still going to get it wrong. Yeah.
Well, that's I guess that's the chance you take. So how many rolls of sports film does it take to get from here to Buckingham Palace? So a reminder for everyone, that is our sports film, and obviously a roll is, we should all know how long a roll of vinyl is for sports film.
How far is it from here to London? Like 60 mile? Is
That's the guess. You've got to kind of like take a guess. And I should add that all of these answers are based on how the crow flies. So for anyone that doesn't know what that means, I can see by Molly's face, How the crow
Literally no idea.
how the crow flies, because it was because of the as I get into the questions, it will become clearer because you can't drive to all of these locations.
I was going to say, it depends on what route you
So
take.
I'm saying that's why how the crow flies is a direct point to point.
Yeah, are we being diverted through the Dartford Tunnel?
No.
What's happening?
It's like imagine if you could if you had the power of flight and you could just go up and just fly to Buckingham Palace. So it's like literally it's a point to point distance rather than factoring in how busy the traffic is.
I don't know why I'm stressing so much. I'm going to get it wrong regardless.
Yeah, I'm just going to
Do you want me to give you a clue? You can take a chance on less points.
No, I feel like it doesn't matter at this point.
I think we're going to get them wrong regardless. So I'm just going to go for a nice round number.
Okay.
Okay, you both got an answer?
I've got a very plucked out.
Okay, so I'll go through the clues. So anyone that's playing along at home and wants to do the quiz themselves, if you haven't already done it. So the answer of how many miles it is to Buckingham Palace is approximately 56 miles,
I wasn't far off.
which means it's 90,104 meters.
Okay.
And that means that the answer to how many rolls of sportswoman is 3,604 rolls.
So off.
I
So
said
we've got
1,000.
1,000.
But I was
24,000.
24,000.
I told you I plucked it out of thin air.
There we go. So that is a point for Beth on that one. She was closest.
so far off.
So that's
I was like 20,000 off. You were 2.
so that's why we have all of these answers. As we go through, if you want to now start to think about if you want the clues to get closer to it, obviously you get less points.
Yeah, you've structured this very well, Andy.
So the next location we're trying to get to is from Target Transfer. So we're in Braintree in Essex for anyone that's playing along and you want to kind of visualize this. And we're going to travel on rolls of glitter to Styles Europe, which for anyone that is not familiar with that is in a place called Dillingham, which is West Germany. So again, it's how the crow flies. It's a direct point to point distance.
Okay. Do you want meterage or not?
So it's up to you. You don't have to go on the same point. If you want to take a chance of getting 3 points, but Molly could only get 1, if you're nearest, you'll get 3 points.
It's a big distance. I'd be intrigued to know how many miles.
Only reason I was asking is because I'd let you do your guess and then ask the meterage before. Do you know what I mean?
I think I'd be happy to go for how many miles.
Okay.
How are you feeling?
Yeah, I think we need the guesswork on this.
So from here to Dillingham, it is approximately, and I've rounded these to the nearest mile, obviously, 795 miles.
That feels closer than it should be, right?
I guess it's a direct route to route, so there's no flights or driving involved with that. And we're traveling on glitter.
Okay.
So do you want to take a guess or do you want to have...
No, bear with me. I'm
So
doing some calculations.
just to clarify for everyone, that means that now that because they've taken a clue, it means that they're playing for 2 points now rather than 3.
Okay. I'm not very good at maths, so again, I'm just going to take a wild guess.
Okay. So are you both guessing on this round or do you want more clues?
I'm happy with my answer.
Okay. So from Target to Styles Europe, which is Dillingham, which is West Germany, it was 795 miles, which means it is 1,279,155 meters.
Oh, I thought you were going to say rolls. I was like, what?
So how many rolls have we guessed it takes? 8? Is that 8,000?
I said 62,000.
The correct answer is 51,166. So you're taking quite a commanding lead already, Beth. So
By pure accident.
anyone that's keeping track, it's at the moment it's 8 points to 1 in favour.
Are you letting me win? She's letting me win, guys.
So I think it's important to remind you at this stage, Molly, that you are playing for Percy Pigs.
Okay.
And Beth's not allowed to share them with you.
I'm just going to sit at my desk, which is next to Molly's, by the way.
Yeah, just eat them all day long, yeah.
Manoeuvring on.
So now we're going to be traveling from Target Transfers to Styles HQ in Michigan
Oh my goodness.
via the power of Premium Plus rolls. So you can either take a shot at answering how many rolls it is at this point, or I can give you clues on miles and then meters as well.
I think I might just take a shot in the dark at this because it is quite a long way. How are you feeling?
You don't have to do this. You can have clues if you want, Molly, to get.
Yeah, because I'll write my answer down before he gives the clue.
So
I would like a clue.
Okay, so let Beth write her answer down first then. So we're traveling on Premium Plus. Remember, this is the world's leading stretch vinyl. It has 4-way stretch and is available in 57 colours. So Beth has written her answer down. Mm-hmm. So now I can reveal to you, Molly.
You're doing how many miles?
So I'm going to tell you how many miles it is. So this means that if Beth gets it right, she gets 3 points. But if you were to get it right, you'll get 2 points and she'll get none.
Okay,
so from here to Michigan, where the Stars HQ is, as the crow flies, it is approximately 6,038 miles.
I've definitely got this wrong.
So now you have the chance. So you can go down to 1 point if you want to, just to get it right. If you wanted to, I could tell you how many meters it was, but again, you'll lose an available point for doing so.
No, I'm good. Just give me a minute.
So these are all, if anyone is interested in getting Premium Plus, these all ship same day if you order by 4/4, and it'll be with you next day. And it is free shipping on orders over £100 for final products too. So get stocked up for this summer because you'll be using a lot of Premium Plus.
If you're traveling to Michigan.
Okay. So are we both happy? So Molly,
I have a number. I'm not sure how well I calculated.
So Beth is playing for 3 points. Molly's playing for 2 points. Nearest answer wins. From Target to Stars HQ in Michigan, it's 6,038 miles, which is approximately 9,715,142 meters. So how many rolls of vinyl does that take? What have you got? 42,000.
I said 110,000.
So bearing in mind that it took 51,000 rolls to get from here to Germany, which is 795.
51?
Yeah.
Oh, I calculated that way wrong.
So I mean, we can assume that Beth has got this
right. But hang on.
No, that's not how this works.
I just want to see if the math was right.
I can tell you it definitely wasn't.
Yeah.
The correct answer is 388,606.
I was still way off. If you'd put a 0 on that, you would have taken it.
I was doing it based off of 5,000, not 51. Manoeuvring on. I think I may need to go to M&S at lunchtime and get myself some first aid. Oh, you drove today!
I'll buy you them. I'll buy you them.
No, you definitely shouldn't do that.
Oh, see, Beth and I are friends at this point.
So now we're going to switch products. So we're going to travel from here to Hotronics this time. Mm-hmm. So Hotronics is in Pennsylvania, a place called Carmichael's, Pennsylvania. But we're going to travel by the power of dual air fusions this time. So so that means if you were to put dual air fusions width to width from here to Hotronics in America,
Jesus.
How many dual air fusions would it take to travel there?
So a dual air fusion is what, like 1 meter 30 long, like maybe a bit more than that, 1.5 meters long. No, it's not 1.5 meters, is it?
So if you're watching along, they can see a dual air fusion just about from the podcast set, so they can kind of get a little bit of a clue.
I'm going to keep it round figures. And
for anyone, so again, you can have the range of clues. So you can either guess for 3 points at it right now, or I can tell you how many miles, and then I can tell you how many meters it takes to get from here.
I'm just going to guess.
Just going to guess?
I'm going to guess, but it may take me a short while.
It's okay. So just while they're writing their answers down, for anyone that's not familiar with a dual air fusion, is an air-powered heat press, which has 2 platens on it, so you can have 2 jobs going at the same time, and it has the full IQ controller range, which makes it the world's leading heat press anywhere. So there's literally no heat press with as many bells and whistles and as productivity hacks as this. This is the dream machine for anyone that's listening, that's starting out thinking of getting a heat press. This is the one to work your way towards, because there's nothing better than it. Once you get to this point, you have the best heat press there is.
This looks like a child has written it, but I made mine.
So we're traveling from Target Transfers to Carmichael's, Pennsylvania to Hotronics HQ, which has also just expanded their production facilities so we can make even more Hotronics machines for you. It is approximately 6,045 miles, which is 9,726,405 meters.
Oh, I've got this so wrong.
So how many dual air fusions do we think it takes to go width to width to get from here to Hotronics?
I'm way out.
See,
600,000?
Definitely not right.
No.
I had written 10 million,
Okay.
but based off what you've just said, maybe like,
You got to go with your answer.
Yeah.
Because I've just given you the clues. So
no, I know,
if you
but
change your answer now, you
I'm not
you can only
changing my
get
answer.
1 point.
I've said 10 million.
The answer is, and you should stick with your instinct, because it's 8,457,743.
Oh, you were getting closer with your second instinct, but you still
Yeah,
missed.
yeah.
So you still get the 3 points anyway. So which takes you into a lead of 14 points to 1.
God, I thought our marketing meetings gave me a headache. This is really difficult.
Out of interest, how long is the dual air fusion?
It's less than a metre, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's about.
Less than a meter.
I think
Yeah.
I think it's about 85 centimeters. But I'll have to. I haven't got the answer
When
in
you
front
stand
of me.
next
I'm
to
afraid.
it, how big do you think a metre is? Like, if you were to go like this.
It's slightly less than a meter, obviously, because it's 9.7 million meters there, and it's 8.4 million dual air fusions. But it's not. It's
Wow.
about meter-ish. It's a good.
I thought it was longer than a meter.
I need a break.
Okay, so next question, and because this time we're going to be traveling from Target Transfers to Transfer Express. So Transfer Express, the home of heat transfers in the US, which is based in Mentor, Ohio. And this time, we're not going to travel on dual air fusions to a transfer facility. So we're going to use A3 gang sheets, length to length, to travel from here to Mentor, Ohio. So the question is, how many A3 gang sheets does it take to travel from here to Mentor, Ohio? And again, remember, I can give you clues on miles and meters if you want to use that as a way of guessing.
I think I'm at the point.
You're both going for...
Going straight in.
remember, if you were to get 1 point for the rest of the quiz, you could catch her up.
I'll take my chances with this one.
You're worried about it. Should I have given you calculators?
Yeah, I think you should have done. I think we take this way too seriously.
Okay, so from here to Transfer Express, in Mentor, Ohio is approximately 6,002 miles, which means if you're traveling via meters, it's 9,657,218. So how many A3 gang sheets is it going to take length to
I'm
length?
still way off.
Let's
What
see.
did you put?
I put 14 million.
I put
it's like
17
20 million.
million.
It is 22,993,376.
20 million. Damn it. Okay. Moving on.
I think those Percy pigs are mine.
I think they are yours. Should we just have a coffee break?
So next up, we're going to be traveling from here to Styles DFC, which for everyone that's been following along social, Styles DFC is their direct fulfillment center where they do all of the NFL jerseys and NBA jerseys that you've seen them producing. They are based in Masontown, Pennsylvania. But in honor of them being the official partner for doing the NFL draft, so everyone remembers that is the company. So Styles is the people downstairs printing those jerseys. So when the player arrives on stage, they have a jersey. So we're going to travel in NFL footballs from here to Masontown, Pennsylvania.
Football pitches.
So how many NFL footballs does it take to travel from here, as the crow flies, to Masontown, Pennsylvania?
I'm trying to remember where the other Pennsylvania location was that we talked about, so I could be strategic about my answer. Then again, American states are massive.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a number.
So again, the clues available. First clue I could tell you how long an NFL football is. Then I could tell you how many meters it is, and then obviously then it's time for the answer.
You've written your answer down, have you?
Yeah.
Most definitely wrong, but yes.
So again, you've got the option now, Beth, of if you want to really play it strategically, you could go in for the extra clues and just take a point and just keep your scorecard ticking over.
I think the numbers are too big for my tiny little brain to handle. So
Okay.
I'm just going to write down lots and lots of numbers and hope that they're correct.
Oh my god, we struggled with 25-metre rolls to Buckingham Palace.
Now we're looking
There
at
you
like
go.
30 centimetre footballs. Okay.
Okay. So out of curiosity, because you've always taken a guess at 30 centimeters. How
Well-
long do you think a football is, then, Molly?
Yeah.
Any guesses?
No idea.
I reckon 30
Okay.
centimetres because it's not far off a rugby
you go.
ball, is it?
It's not. So that's obviously a good point to start your
Wait, what
calculations
did you
off.
say? How long it was?
I said I thought it was about 30 centimetres because it's not far
okay,
off a
right.
rugby ball.
So it is 28 centimeters.
Oh, okay.
So from here to Masontown, Pennsylvania, that is 6,044 miles, which means it is 9,724,796 meters. How many NFL footballs does it take to travel that far? 39 million.
620 million.
Well, in a surprise twist, Molly has got the answer right.
Oh, wow.
Because it is 34,731,414.
A lot of footballs, can you
I
imagine?
was way off my 620 million.
Did you write pen at the top of your pad?
Yeah, Pennsylvania.
Oh.
Okay, she's writing the clues down.
Yeah, but there's no meterage on there, so unless you've got a bloody good memory.
No, but Styles is located.
A lot of these places are kind of similar distances.
Yeah.
Because, like, the Styles DSE is not very far from Hotronics, for instance. So now so as a kind of like, if you were paying attention earlier, I'm going to throw it back now.
Why'd you look at me when you said that?
So we're going to travel from Target transfers to Styles Canada, and we're going to go back to traveling on vinyl this time. So if you can remember some of your calculations from earlier, you might have a good shot at getting this one right.
At this point, I've come to terms with the fact that I will be walking to M&S to purchase some Percy Pigs at lunchtime.
You might claw it back.
It's true. So they're based in Concord, Ontario. So how many rolls of chroma twill does it take to travel from here to Styles Canada? That is the question today. So chroma twill is the newest vinyl product that we have here, and this has a metallic twill-like texture, feel, and look to it. So it's really popular at the moment, and we have lots of colors available into it. So do you want to go straight for the guessing on the 3 points, or do you want to go for any clues on this one?
You've written.
I've just guessed.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm going to go in for the mileage, please.
Okay, so it is 5,732 miles from here to Concord, Ontario.
Interesting.
And remember, we're traveling on rolls of chroma twill
Okay.
from Stars. So do you want to guess, or do you want to know how many meters it is?
No, I'm going to guess.
Okay, so from here to Stars Canada, it's 5,732 miles, which is 9,222,788 meters.
Oh, I'm way off.
A roll of chroma twill is 25 meters. So how many rolls does it take to get to Stars
I should
Canada?
add a zero onto that.
Oh, no, I
40,000.
put 50,000.
I mean,
Is it like 100,000?
technically, Beth, you're nearest,
Is it like 100,000?
but it's 368,912.
We're so rubbish.
So because you got a clue, you'll get 2 points on that one.
We're so rubbish. I mean, technically we don't need to know this to know our products. That's the only relief I'm taking from this.
Okay, so we've moved from As the Crow Flies now. So we're moving on to the next section of the quiz.
I was going to say, are we done with Google Maps? Because I'm a bit exhausted.
Kind of.
Oh, no.
So next, we're going to be going with how high does it questions. So
Landmarks. Okay.
if you were to put the Hotronics equipment cart one on top of each other, how many equipment carts do you think it would take to get to the top of Big Ben?
Fully
Fully extended,
raised?
yeah.
Okay.
So we're not talking like so.
Out the box, packed.
And again, I've got I can give you the meters as a clue option to lose a point. So we're talking equipment carts. So these are the machines that you put your dual F fusions, your fusion IQs on there, and they're fully adjustable. We're talking at the fully adjusted to the top height.
I'm going to go for the meterage.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so it is from ground level to the top of Big Ben. It is approximately 96 meters high.
Okay.
So that should give you a bit of an idea of how many equipment carts it takes. So you've got to figure out how high do you think an equipment cart can go.
Okay. I've made a guess.
So we're playing for
I've changed my answer, but I have an answer.
so we're playing for 1 point here. So I can only give you one clue. So 2 points max. So we're playing for 1 point. How many equipment carts on top of each other does it take to get from here to the top of Big Ben? What have we got?
I've said
89.
97.
It is 109 because it doesn't quite go to a full meter.
Damn it!
Wild.
So that
I was
is
looking at it and I was like, no, those wheels will go in a fair bit further from there. Obviously not.
no. So this time we're going to be talking caddy stands. So the
Wheelie ones.
just a normal caddy stand. So floor standing.
Okay.
So how many caddy stands on top of each other does it take to get, if they're on top of each other, from ground level to the top of the Eiffel Tower?
Again, I'm going in for the meterage. I don't know.
Remember, so a reminder that 2 points available. If I give you a clue, it goes down to 1 point. So
Do meterage.
the Eiffel Tower is 330 meters high. So now you've got to figure out how is the caddy stand, is it above or below a meter? So they can, for anyone that's playing at home, they can both see a caddy stand. So there's lots of them available because we're in the Target Transfer showroom here in
Chair is
Braintree.
blocking my view.
Question is, how tall do they actually extend?
Oh yeah, because there's three
Full
options.
It's the full height.
Oh, okay. In
I don't know
that
if I've
case,
Overextended.
So it's
it that
330 meters to the top
Okay.
of the Eiffel
I
Tower.
have an answer.
far. Okay, I'm going for round figures.
And this is what you put your auto opens on and your Hotronics Max presses to make them a little bit higher, make them threadable, make them floor standing, so make your life a lot easier that way. So how many caddy stands on
Why
top
are you
of each
laughing
other
at me?
does it take?
320.
I put 200.
So the correct answer is 407.
Really?
It is.
How tall are the caddy stands?
They're not quite. They're not quite a full meter high, so they're slightly under.
Extended,
Okay,
Yeah.
the one thing I need to take away
My
from
geometry
this
is awful.
is that I don't know how big a meter is. I thought it was like a meter and a half. I was looking at that and I was like, yeah, that's a meter and a half. I've got this.
No, afraid not.
Nailed it.
So last caddy stand question.
A meter and a half, sorry.
It's like it's laughing from your glass house. So
I'm not judging, I'm losing, I know, but like, no.
as a reminder for everyone, it's currently 19 points to 5.
Do you know what I'm going to do when people come in for Headway Live? I'm going to ask them all to guess how tall the caddy stands are.
Apparently, I can work in premium plus rolls. I just can't work in normal metric.
Okay, I think we should move on.
So last caddy stand height-based question, of any height-based question. So this time we're going to be traveling on caddy stand on top of caddy stand to the top of the Great Pyramid of Giza. So for anyone who's listening or watching along, for clarification, I'm talking specifically about the Great Pyramid of Giza because obviously pyramids can be very different sizes. So I've picked a very specific one so that no
Because
one...
I'm well versed in Egyptian
Yeah, so
culture.
no one, just so for anyone in the comments who wants to snark about this pyramid's outsized, blah, 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 blah.
I'm pretty sure these pyramids are actually visible
Tiny.
from space.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, everyone I know that's gone to Egypt has gone, oh, they're much smaller in real
I
life.
swear they're actually visible from space. I've read that somewhere.
Possible. I mean, you can see the pyramid in Las Vegas from space because it's got a giant light shining out the top of it. So,
That doesn't surprise me, actually.
Shall we
I
go?
bet Vegas in general just glows, doesn't
Yeah.
it, all the time?
Yeah.
so,
Um,
so
we go for the
meterage.
So going through. Okay, so how? Just before I give you the answer, the clue. How tall would you guess the Great Pyramid is? If you had to guess right now,
400 meters?
I have no idea.
it's 146 meters.
Oh, okay.
So again, it's how many caddy stands does it take?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see those guesses then. And 175.
I put 121.
So the correct answer is 180.
Oh.
I cannot work in.
I literally just told you how tall the caddy was. Give me the answers. I'm great at this.
She's clawing it back.
Just going back. So we're down to our last 3 questions.
I have a very important question. Is it possible for me to win the purse of pigs with the current score situ?
I mean, I guess it depends.
On the clues thing.
I suppose it depends how interesting we want to make it as we get down to the last
lightning round.
So there's 3 questions, and we're back to 3 potential points this time, because we're going to be working in seconds this time.
I thought the questions were going to be, how many views did Beth's TikTok get yesterday?
So we are guessing. So, I mean, if you want to make it interesting, you could have the answer is how many points you get. But I'm sure Beth's probably like, no, I'm feeling pretty confident at this point. I want those sweets. But the first question is going to be, how many 1 to 5 color screen fuses can you do in a day? So I'm just talking purely about main presses here. So how many fuses can you do in a day? If you're just dividing by the number, how long it takes to fuse a 1 to 5 color screen transfer. So I can tell you how many seconds there are in a day if you want a clue.
No, not yet.
And then I'll tell you exactly how many fuses there are if you go fuse after fuse after fuse for the duration of the whole day. No, obviously, it's not humanly possible to do that, but just for the sake of the quiz.
May need a moment.
Okay. So 1 to 5 color screen transfers are the Pantone match transfer. For anyone that you want to kind of think back to your transfer guides that you get every time you order from us, which tell you how long a transfer fuse takes.
Okay.
So no one wants the clue on how many seconds there are in a day?
No, just bear with me.
Okay.
I'm going to go... Yeah, I'm going loose. Like, this is new information.
Okay.
That is the face of somebody that is doing math.
I'm going to have to ask you for an answer now, Molly.
No! No, I'm so close.
So this is the product where there's 603 colors. If you remember back to the beginning of the quiz, there's 603 Pantone match colors already available, and we could add more if you need us to. So this is based on the recipe.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
Okay.
I've averaged it.
So there are 86,400 seconds in a day. So how many 1 to 5 color screen fuses does that mean that you can do? 700?
I put 720, but wouldn't it be more like 860?
8,640.
8,640?
Yeah.
Wow.
Tense.
Well, is that 700 or 760?
700.
Oh, okay.
So that means
Nailed it.
Way off.
If you'd have flagged it and said that was 760, you would have taken that.
That's not a 6.
It could have been a 6.
Okay.
Damn it, we should have got we'd have got the seconds. No, I'd have still been off.
You would that would there's
I
no,
needed another 0.
yeah, well, so so to clarify, it takes 10 seconds to fuse a 1 to 5 color screen transfer. So if anyone had asked for the clue, they could have figured that one out.
In my head, I was like, right, 10-second fuse, 6 fuses in a minute, 36 fuses in an hour, times 24, no.
So now we move on to how many ultracolor fuses can you do in a week? So, and I can tell you how many seconds there are in a week if you want to use that as an option. So that is the ultracolor product, which you fuse at 120 degrees for X amount of seconds, which I'll tell you afterwards. I'm sure that both Beth and Molly remember exactly how many seconds it takes, I'm sure.
To fuse what, sorry?
To fuse ultracolor.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. So, and I'll tell everyone who's listening who's not sure, once they've placed their guesses. And again, we always tell you, every time you order from us, we always tell you anyway. So we're not including the 3 to 5 second pre-press because we don't want to be pedantic about this. It's purely fuse after fuse after fuse if you took a week. So a full week, 7 days, that is, not a working week. 7 days, and you're fusing back to back to back, how many ultra color fuses could you do in a week?
This is going to be so wrong.
And its nearest answer gets 3 points. And at the moment, Beth is currently leading 21 points to 6. So she's probably feeling pretty good about those sweets. And ultra color doesn't have a color limit, so the reason we didn't include ultra color is how many ultra color questions you can have, because the answer is infinity, because it's all down to your artwork, not down to Pantones or screen matched inks. We can make it any color. So ultra color, but in a week, 7 days in a week, which means there are 604,800 seconds. So how many fuses can you do in a week?
You go first.
70,000?
70,000.
Wow, I've gone big then, if that's what
I was going to
Molly's.
say 5 and then I changed it to 7.
I've gone 4,842,000. I just started adding
You
zeros.
could say 5 and I would believe you at this point.
So the correct answer is 50,400 fuses because it is 12 seconds a fuse.
Oh, so my first one was more accurate.
You win.
You still win though because you're nearest.
Yeah,
But
because
my
I
first
went
answer
millions.
was pretty dead on.
I went millions. Oh, maybe I should have taken a zero off.
So currently it's 21 points to 9. Okay, so we are down to the last question now. Currently it is 21 points to 9, the lead. And on this question, we're going to be talking about Ultra Color Max.
I'm sweating.
And how many Ultra Color Maxes can you do in a year if you fuse them back to back? 7 days a week, 24/7. And I will offer, so 3 points available. If you can get it within 1,000 fuses, I will give you a bonus points of 50 to make it interesting on this last question. So how many Ultra Color Max fuses can you do in a year? And I'm going for a 365-day year as well. I should clarify that. Not a leap year.
Okay.
So and if you can get close to within 1,000, you can get 50 bonus points. So this one is...
Okay.
I truly have no idea. My brain has shut down. You may take this. I have not yet wrote my answer.
Do you want a clue on how many seconds there are?
I don't think that's going to help.
No.
At this stage.
Okay, I'm going to go big. Maybe it's not big enough. I don't know.
So 3 points for the nearest and 50 points if you can be within 1,000. So Ultra Color Max transfers, they take 12 seconds at 145 degrees centigrade. So that means that there are approximately 31,536,000 seconds in a year. So how many fuses can you do?
Oh, I've got this way off.
4 million?
So, don't laugh at me.
2,628,000 Ultra Color Max fuses in a year. So with another 3 points, I'm afraid it is quite the landslide victory. 24 points to 9.
I don't feel good about it. I don't feel good about it because all of my answers were still horrifically wrong.
I was going to say, I don't think either of us were specifically good on the maths front. However, congratulations,
Congratulations,
to the winner.
Beth, on your
And
winning.
gets some pigs.
You get bragging rights until the next time we do a quiz, which I don't know when it'll be, so it could be a little while.
Oh, can I host the next one?
You can do if you want to.
Do you want to host the
I'm
next
going to host
one?
the next
Okay,
one.
okay, fair
all
enough.
right, you can host the next one.
So congratulations, Beth, on being the official podcast quiz champion of the world.
Oh my goodness, we can do this with guests as well. This is going to be so good. Thank you very much, Andy,
Yeah,
for hosting.
that's okay.
I thoroughly enjoyed that.
It's all right. Make sure you leave, if you're watching on YouTube or wherever you're watching, either leave a comment under the post, either leave a comment under the video to let us know what score you got if you were keeping score. If you're just listening, go and find us on Instagram at Target Transfers and find the podcast promo image and leave your answers under there so we can see how well you did. See if you beat Beth's score of 24. Prize to the winners, depending on if you beat that score. So thank you both for joining in with the quiz.
Thanks for having me.
That's okay.
Thank you for doing the quiz.
It's all right, my pleasure. Don't forget to join us for Headwear Live on June the 28th. Go to targettransfers.com/events to get your free ticket now while there's still some available. And we'll join you again next week.